On election day, Uganda went silent, the internet shut down, the streets filled with soldiers, and one man was locked inside his home. This wasn't just an election. It was a battle between power and fear. For over 35 years, Yoweri Museveni ruled Uganda. Then a musician stood up, and everything changed. Bobi Wine wasn't born into politics, he came from the ghetto. From music, from the language young people understood. He spoke about unemployment, police brutality, corruption, generational poverty, the youth. He was hope. To the state, he was a threat. President Museveni wasn't just a leader, he was the system, military, police, electoral bodies, for decades. Elections followed a familiar pattern: intimidation, arrests, restricted opposition, rallies. Insurgent observers had warned about this before, but this time, the opposition was louder. During the campaign period, Bobi Wine was arrested multiple times, his rallies were blocked. Supporters were beaten or detained. Human rights organizations reported dozens of civilian deaths linked to election-related violence. The government denied wrongdoing, but fear spread faster than truth. On election day, Uganda's internet went dark, social media shut down, messaging apps blocked, information frozen. The government said it was for security, but critics asked one question: what needs security when people are voting? As results were announced, Bobi Wine said he was placed under house arrest. Soldiers surrounded his home. Visitors were blocked. Journalists restricted. The Electoral Commission declared Museveni the winner. Bobi Wine rejected the results. Two realities now existed: official victory, public doubt. True crime isn't always about murder. Sometimes it's about fear. When people are scared to speak, journalists are silenced, internet is control becomes invisible, and fear does the rest. International observers raised concerns, statements were made, reports were written, but power remained unchanged, because geopolitics often speaks louder than justice. Was the election free and fair? Why was the internet shut down? Why were opposition leaders restricted? Why did fear dominate voting day? And most importantly, if elections don't change leadership, what are they really for? This is not a story about sides, it's a story about power. And what happens when people challenge it? Do you believe Uganda's election reflected the people's will or the strength of the system? Tell me in the comments.